All right, folks, this is Rekla. With me is Phil and his dog.
And my dog.
And the first thing I want to do is congratulate you on being on the board, man. That was pretty good.
Is actually the exact words that I used a few more profanities, but on the board was the word I used for my team.
Well, I mean, at least now you don't have the pressure of being Quicksilver times two, you know?
Yeah. Well,
But no, here's the thing. Galaglass, in my opinion, I never officially posted my playoff spots, but I think they would have been potentially third. They're a really hard team. They have a lot of potential. They are running into the same attendance issues that Hydra was last season. I think that they would have a much better score if Tyrcell had been able to show up, if Ferg had been able to show up every match. But as it is, you have to account for that as an owner and as the team. You can't. Your A team is not your A team if they can't show up on the nuts. Yeah. So you guys took advantage of a really good situation, and you can get more wins. I mean, my opinion is if you can beat Galaglass, you can beat other teams.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of close matches that we just haven't quite been able to close out because of a few errors here and there. But with this match about to start, let's talk about the lineup. We got the standard card Sharks team. I mean, this is what they've run basically this is what they kind of wanted to run last season, and they ended up doing the RuneSmith thing.
Right.
But,
well, I think they realized that Grendel's offensive power could be complemented by that setup. Ordinarily, a RuneSmith is a really good target. They don't bring as much to the table unless you're in that special circumstance. So that they made it to finals with that team is extraordinary. But I do think you're right that throughout the first half of the season, this was going to be their team. They didn't have the alignment spread that they did last season. So it's kind of the same. And a lot of other teams got a lot tougher, and they stuck with the same with the exception of the alignment situation. As it is, KCS is number 3 seed. And partly that's because of player skill, and partly that's because of attendance. Attendance has turned out to be huge this season alone.
And it's also just I don't know if you guys have experienced this as much. Grendel's just impossible to cast on for some reason.
We had an issue with him the second match. Fast took a little while longer, and also Dispel took a little while. And when the troll is saving through the grace of God, then you have a problem. But let's see. Ashtai is taking a lot of damage immediately. Uioli does get hit with Holy Smite, which is more a Hail Mary because it's not.
That's actually that's kind of silly. I mean, you should be Holy Smiting Grauks.
Uioli is going for the energy drains with Imbue. He hits Slann, which is not that important. Flash does use movement, but it's not going to do enough to stop that. Not with healthy. But let's see. Grauks is in there as well. Spit could be big, like if he can spit the people, but Uioli is just dying immediately here.
Everybody's on Uioli now, and he's going to die.
And to be honest, this is an ideal field for KCS because their strategy has been traditionally since about 3/4 of last season, they target the clerical. And Uioli is a very squishy clerical, so he could die very easily.
And not just that, it's just, I mean, I know what they're going for with the Tinkered Gnome, which is you got to get spells off on their Grendel, but at the same time, like, you're just going to die so fast.
And that Sanctuary dropping on Ashtai, yeah, that was it. He did get the Sanctuary off, but he had sub 100 health at that point.
Yeah.
Ironically, KCS, Quicksilver rather, is taking more dispels at the moment than KCS is.
Yeah, this is an uncomfortable situation to be in for Quicksilver. And like I said, it's just when the troll is saving, you have a serious problem. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he did. Because I have tested everything that can possibly be tested, and I can't save.
Right. Well,
but trolls are special.
Well, does he have Citadel right now? Let's see.
Yeah, he's got Citadel.
I mean, listen, it doesn't help substantially. Trolls do save a little better than Giant Ogres, but I don't know, man. I mean, Fast still lands on him pretty well. I mean, we are honestly lucky that Shadow Knights counter barbarians as well as they do, because Grendel is honestly frightening to fight. But Quicksilver does
Grauks,
pick up the flag. I think they're just trying to delay.
yeah,
They
slow
don't
things
want
down a little
yeah,
bit.
they don't want KCS to cap. And let's see. Uioli, when he gets back out, Grauks, Ashtai can all heal, so maybe they're hoping to bottleneck it enough. But here's the thing: when KCS gets on them, um,
He's just gonna die.
yeah, because Grendel is in what? Like he has plenty. They have the triple alignment spread. They're just going to do a lot of damage to them. Also, I'm not sure. I mean, if Nazerin is in okay, he's in yellow, but he still maybe would have been a better capper than Grauks.
Grauks is getting rescued by his Yanlo, but
Oh, Nazerin does not have that much health. He dipped into red right away there.
I mean,
Grendel does take the weaken, but it doesn't. He's got strength gear on.
and he's getting E-drained some more. I mean, it might stop him from cleansing, maybe,
Yeah.
but he's still got, teammates to cure him, so I don't know that that's going to do it too much.
And Grauks is taking so much damage. Yeah, that shield cleave and then boom.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what all the E-drain spam is accomplishing. But
Well, it's not going to do that much to the hitters. It could be Uioli is blind and just
spamming it on
just
whoever.
drain. But again, you said that about Hydra last season, is you don't really just want to spam that spell. I mean, you have other stuff that you could do that would be more efficient. But KCS is looking to have a 3-0 here. They already got the first cap, and they're going to stagger here.
And Uioli's going to go down again pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like, you can't stand up to the hitting power of Sharks.
Yeah, and they did stack caps, so they're going to get the flags across very quickly. It's been too late. I mean, Uioli, they should have all died. They should have died before the cap was able to make it across, and they should have all died at the same time potentially. I mean, that's your only chance at coming back. But as it is, KCS has not been in trouble remotely here this entire match. They have just controlled it all the way. They haven't taken damage. Quicksilver's done nothing to them.
And that's the problem. Even if they had all died all at once, then they all come back, and it's a 4v4 again, where Sharks are healed up and basically restored as well. So it's not...
Yep.
It's not any different.
Well, I mean,
around.
You can definitely get that 3-0 straight cap if you stagger well. I mean, that's kind of what Hydra had to do after Spirited Protection, Holy Smite, and all that stuff that Stars had at the outset. But you have to play really well, and you have to also be lucky to an extent. You have to have a choke miss, or you have to have somebody not on their game that night.
Well, Tyrcell goes down. And the problem with Sharks that I've seen and experienced is that you can't really compete with them on hitting. You have to have like a lot of spell damage, and that's the only way we beat them last season was the Wombo combo, Meteor, and Cone.
Correct. Yeah.
Because you get enough AOE damage that you can kind of overwhelm them.
Yeah, and I like AoE damage. I like, obviously you have to land certain things. I mean, for Hydra, it's fast and dispel. But for most teams, they don't have that advantage. Grendel is really good at getting Sanctuary back on fast. But the one thing I love about AoE damage is that on somebody like Grendel, it's up a few nouns because of it passes through the saves. So that's always good. Nazerin did cap a little bit earlier, but if he gets disarmed... Oh, there it is already.
And now he's dead.
Yeah. Well, a couple more disarms and he's just going to die. I mean, he's already in red.
But, by all accounts, that's still, like, as much HP as a normal person.
Yeah, and that was it. I mean...
He does go down, and that's... Uioli's down, Nazerin's down. Grauks should be up soonish.
Yeah, Ashtai fled. Tyrcell is red goal line. He's going to cap right now.
Yeah, I just don't see much happening off the it's so hard to deal with that just constant damage from Grendel
Right.
when you can't dispel him or anything.
So the only thing Ashtai could have done there, maybe because he's in wide, is like flash the blue, just to stall a little more. But to be honest, it wouldn't have mattered with the way this game is going right now.
Yeah, this is why I hate fighting sharks.
Well, they either just blitzkrieg you right through, or you bottleneck early and are able to hurt them a little bit. But in this case, it's just the ideal spread for KCS to take advantage of something. You got kind of squishy clericals, and the hitters are kind of mid-race, and Grendel just pounds on those. So it wasn't their ideal field. You want a tankier healer, like you want Mogul in there. And I assume he wouldn't have been able to make it, but you definitely want Mogul because, for one, Lei is really, really handy when Grendel just like 3-rounds somebody, and for two, plate-wearing paladins are much better tanks than either Shukenja or Druid, especially Tinker Gnome.
Well, Mogul was here and was available, but they made a conscious choice to try and cast on Grendel, which doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't work. See, the thing is, you're also killing yourself there because a Tinker Gnome is going to die very quickly.
Very, 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 very quickly against those 3 hitters.
Okay. If he was available, yeah, I would have certainly fielded him.
And the problem is, but even then you run into the problem where you're taking a lot of damage and you're just not dealing enough back against the 3 hitters. And there's the 3rd cap for card sharks.
Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a 3-0 that they want. They are staying in the race here, and at this rate, are we about halfway through the season? I believe we are.
Yeah, we are, because tonight is the deadline. What's the deadline for drops and trades?
Right, so that puts them at a that is a 3rd seed clinch at the moment, at least. If it continues, if they continue to put forth an attendance and in good play, then they can potentially make playoffs. I think the Brutes still has potential to get some wins. I think that you can't discount Brutes because even with the 1-8 record, if they beat anybody, it's helping another team. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Like your win tonight, I was personally very happy about as the Hydra seed because I'm afraid of Galaglass. I'm afraid of Tyrcell because they have Smot, which you can land at the very start, and then 10 minutes generally pass over the course of ACFL. So he has 3 ways to shut my mage down. So I was very happy that you guys took one from them tonight.
Well, I was doing the math the other night, and unfortunately, I think with the loss to Sharks, I think that pretty much killed our playoff hopes.
Right.
But it's still technically possible, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you look at the bottom or the people fighting for 3rd place right now, if we assume our stars are probably going to beat everybody, that's kind of safe.
Right.
So, then Hydra looks to be in good shape to take number 2.
Right.
Everybody else is at 50% or less. So technically, if we win the rest of our games, maybe. But that's obviously a tall order.
Well, there were some mistakes tonight, but you guys also played well. I'm going to go ahead and give you kudos here because those chokes created quite enough of a bottleneck for you guys to get something going. You were very good on the chokes. You out-choked GG tonight. And that is a huge thing for you, man. I mean, we're always giving you a lot of trouble over fielding the giant ogre because obviously it sucks in competition.
It sucks so hard. You have no idea.
Yeah, but you certainly compensated with play tonight. So congratulations on your first win. I guess we'll shut it down, but I'll try to get on here a little more. Just talking doesn't really hurt my chest that much, so I'll try to create some coverage.
All right, that'd be fantastic.
All right, buddy. Thanks for casting with me, and see you soon.
Have a good night.